Seems to be a lot of confusion around what is a listing story. I'm always running into people that think they're advertising somebody else's listing, and you are not. So, what is a listing story? How do we use a listing story? Let me share my screen and get us started here. And here we go. Many more people. So, a listing story. What is a listing story? Look, we advertise listings and it brings in tons of, and I mean tons of buyer leads when you have a listing. The problem is your listing sells so quick, you don't get a whole bunch of buyer leads because you got to take your ad down. What can I do? Because what people want are, they want homes. Nothing attracts them like the opportunity to buy a home. So listings are great, but I don't have any listings right now. So we use listing stories. We do not want to advertise other people's listings. You want to post a story about a certain type of listing and then show some examples of listings that fit that example, that are good examples, that fit your story. The whole idea is to put up a story that should catch somebody's attention, make them want to learn more. You're going to try and pick examples of those stories that will last a while. You don't want to put up, look at these hot new listings, because the hot new listings will be sold and your ad will have to constantly be updated and changed. You want to try and pick listings that are older or that you think aren't going to sell too quickly for some reason or another, because you want your ad to be able to last. I've got people that have ads that are 60, 90 days old that are unchanged, that are still pulling leads like crazy. I want to try to give people a reason to engage with me, to learn more. And we'll get into that a little bit more, but you're always about what's the reason that they should talk to you? What do they really want to know? What are they going to get? When you're doing lead gen, and this is with all lead gen, not just listing stories, but I always want to remind people that you're always choosing between more leads, cheaper leads, or more expensive, better leads. Do I want to make people jump through some hoops? Do I want to filter out some people? I like to get more leads. I like the cheaper leads because I'm not trying to get deals when I do lead gen. I'm trying to grow my database. And in doing so, I know that I'm going to stay in front of every lead moving forward into perpetuity. NAR says that just over half the people that make an inquiry on a listing end up buying within the next 18 months. Well, I don't care if they're buying today, tomorrow, next month, next year, or 3 years from now. I'm trying to grow a database of people that are going to buy at some point in the future. So when I'm doing lead gen, I go for the cheaper leads because I know I'm going to stay in front of them. And I know I'm going to work them, and I'm going to work for that long-term conversion. And guys, I can tell you, this dates all the way back to the late 90s when we first started doing lead gen for the purpose of growing a database instead of the purpose of converting deals. Look, we still want the deals. I'm always going to convert the ones I can now. But when we treated every lead as a new contact instead of a yes or a no, we treated them as a new contact in our database. We found that our ultimate conversion rate, instead of being 1 to 2%, would end up as high as 8 to even 12% in some cases. But the conversions, of all the conversions we got out of those, only 40% of them even came in the first 90 days. 48% came in the second 90 days. 12% took more than 6 months. I just saw a stat that said only 4% of conversions occur in the first 30 days, and yet that's longer than most of us work a lead. They either roll over for us or we move on. And you can choose. I've got plenty of people that are like, nah, I don't work them. I either take my yes, my no, whatever. So it's better in that case to go after the more expensive, the higher quality lead. I'm going to make them jump through some hoops, and I'll show you exactly what we're talking about. But do I want higher quality leads or higher quantity leads? Personal preference. I like the cheaper ones because I don't care if they're converting now or not. I want them all because I'm going to get them sooner or later. I'm going to earn their trust, because remember that old adage, the rule of 7, people got to see you 7 times, that was first hypothecated or put forth in the 50s. Well, now it's about the rule of 22. People on average need to see you about 22 times before they would feel comfortable working with you. I want to just get them in there where they're going to see me, and I become familiar to them. What kind of stories? How about stories about listings that the world isn't competing for? Putting up everything that's on Zillow isn't really that exciting because everybody's seen everything on Zillow or Trulia, Realtor, Redfin, whatever. FSMO stories, love FSMO stories. Very excited about Michael Brandt actually has taken this one to a whole new level and put up a page for FSMOs in his market, and then began reaching out to all the FSMOs saying, hey, free publicity. I'm not a realtor. I'm not trying to list it. I just gonna give you free publicity. And he puts up listing stories about FSMOs. Not everything's on the MLS, blah, 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 FSMOs, and then puts 3 FSMOs in a story. That's a great way to get people to, because now you've got something that I'm not selling. Yeah, I didn't even think about FSMOs. And he's got a whole page for it. He's going to run them from a separate page. I think it's brilliant. I can't wait to see where it ends up because people are going to want to know about those FSMOs. And by the way, he's building a relationship with all those FSMOs who are going to sell their home eventually, possibly buy a home, maybe need a mortgage. And it's bringing in lots and lots of leads. Cool angle. New construction. You guys know I love the builder stories because it's not all out on the search sites. Which brings me to the next one. Michael and I were talking about the FSMO stuff, and I was like, doggone it, I want to just make a hashtag that's hashtag not on Zillow and just put up stories. Here's stuff that's not on Zillow. Not everything is on the big search sites. If you don't want to pick on Zillow by name, but I want to see stuff that you haven't seen before. Now you're giving me what I want. I'm the buyer. Hashtag not on Zillow. I just thought it was a brilliant concept. I don't care if it's a builder property that's not listed on Zillow because they don't list every model, every whatever. I don't care if it's a FSMO or there's a couple of real estate companies that don't use the MLS and it doesn't get syndicated. Great. Hashtag not on Zillow. Perfect. That's exciting. Coming soon. Coming soon is one of the sexiest ads you can possibly run, though I know a lot of you cannot run coming soon ads because of policies or state rules or whatever. What we do in that case, by the way, if you've got a pocket listing or a pending listing, something that's coming up, if I can't advertise it until I'm ready to formally list it, what I do is I go pick 3 similar properties for my listing story that are like the one I'm listing, same area, same price range, same type of property, but they're going to be the 60, 90-day-old listings. They're going to be the ones that are not going to sell, that aren't the best deals. And then when somebody clicks learn more and I give them the links to those listings or whatever, my auto response is going to come back and say, by the way, if this is even close to what you're looking for, I have a listing coming up soon that isn't on the market yet. If you'd like a sneak peek, I can't advertise it. I'm not going to advertise it, but I can have conversations with people about it. That's all I'm going to do. For those of you that's a more compliant approach, it really does work exceptionally well. How about homes with specific features or traits? Homes with unbelievable kitchens, fantastic yards, pools, energy efficient homes with a certain architecture style. Always been in love with Frank Lloyd Wright. Check out these 3 homes. It'll whatever. Historic homes on the historical homes of a certain price. People are always telling me you can't, or I recently heard somebody say you can't buy a home for under blah, 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 600,000 in this market. There are currently 16 homes with a pool under 600,000 in whatever, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Click here to check those out. And on that one, instead of putting up 3 listings, I would go to my own IDX website in a perfect world. Why send them to Zillow? I want them to come to my website and search. But I'd go to my site or Zillow, whatever. I'd go and I'd do a search. And when I find, and I'd just keep lowering the price until I got it down to 13, 16, some low arbitrary number, but not too low, to where I could say, you can still, believe it or not, you can still buy a single family residence on an acre or more for under $932,000. As of this writing, there are 19 of them on the market. And then I would have that search where I just kept running the price down until it got to 19. Then I would copy the link out of the search, and then I would put that link in my message. I'm not putting it on the ad. I want them to message me. And now I've got a story about, no, there's still, people keep telling me there's no homes available. Check these out. I'm giving an example. I'm using this for commentary or demonstration purposes. I'm demonstrating that there are indeed listings. And then I'm just giving you a link to that search that has all those listings. You could have gone and done it on your own, but trust me, people click on it like crazy, especially when they see something that says there are this many homes like this in this market under this price point. Everybody wants to see them. Pricing is a great specific feature trait. And then unique purchase opportunities. I know somebody in Washington that kills it with USDA. People always forget about USDA loans and being able to buy with no money down and more lenient credit guidelines, because they think it's just for farms. In blah, blah, blah county, there are currently X listings that are, or there are plenty of, and then just give some examples, or FHA, or down payment assistance, or 203K properties. Hell, in a lot of markets, just conventional. People think the whole world has gone jumbo and that you can't actually buy, and then any program you have, talk about the program, sell the program, and say, you can use this program to buy these things. Here are some examples of the types of homes that could potentially qualify. Again, own compliance on the verbiage. You can't say they qualify. You can't say they can buy, but properties that could potentially be bought with still be bought with 5% down, or whatever your story is. Program eligibility, potential investment properties. I got to tell you, because the world is so full of real estate investors right now, and the investment market is killing it, by the way, I got to tell you, the investor people that I work with are setting record months right now. When everybody else is down, the investor properties are setting records month after month after month. And I work with Civic Financial. If they have correspondent and broker, talk to them. They're doing investor properties at 4 7/8. Wait a minute. I got to pay 6% if I'm buying owner occupied, but if I'm buying non-owner occ, I can buy at 4 7/8, and they're very picky about it. It's got to be but doggone, that's freaking attractive. Well, that's part of what's making the investor. Well, why not start putting up, and I got this from somebody years ago, that we put up Bob's Flip Picks of the Week. He's a realtor that did a bunch of home flipping on his own. And so he would just search and say, these are my 3 flip picks of the week. I like to flip homes. So I'm constantly on this, on the hunt for them. Here's 3 that I think are worth checking out. If you're looking for an investment property in, or an Airbnb in, or a fix and flip in, whatever. But his flip picks is a really, really sexy one to put out there. Any unique deal structure opportunities. Somebody was just educating me on the whole world of buy downs and how much you could buy down a rate and potentially help somebody because I just lost 37% of my home qualification capabilities. Here's how I can go and pick up an extra X. And then anybody that would be potentially willing to do, or whatever, any sort of deal structure And it seems like people have those unique, yep, we're willing to do this, we're priced for, or I also include up to X dollars for, and anytime you've got unique deal structure and you can highlight some properties that fit, that's the type of story I'm talking about. So how do those stories play out? And here's all your examples. Like I was just going through. Captions we use for the new build stuff. You guys know I love the new build, but it's all the tutorial stuff at the top. But then when you get down here, it's ready-made lead gen ads. So that, like I said, the people that we actually do the ads for, really simple for them. They can just come in and go, yeah, I want to do new build story number 3. And we are, man, we've got such a backlog of stuff to add to this library. We'll keep adding them. But yeah, just come in here and cut and paste and then edit. We explain what you're going to need for each one and then give you, here's the primary post text. Maybe you're searching in the wrong place for a new home. Did you know there are 47 builder communities selling homes in the Denver market? Here are a few examples from just one of those communities. In the needed, we tell you, you're gonna have to go find 3 pictures of 3 different models or whatever in that community. Here's your greeting. Hi, Bob. Thanks for taking an interest. Everyone always seems to forget about the new build market. These are just 3 of roughly 471 homes available in Denver. Homes, not homes, it'd be new build, new construction homes available in Denver. Anyway, how can I be of service today? And then their clickable replies. Can I get more information on what's available? Can I speak to an agent? Tell me more about this community, because this one was all about one community. Well, great. I've gone to the builder's website. Yep, I went down here to this builder's website. And on their website, there is a community brochure. And I downloaded it so that I can put that link to that community, right? Whenever they say, tell me more, hi name, here's some info on the community, blah, 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 to get you started. And I'm going to put a link along with, you know, if you give me a little more info on what your perfect find would be, I'll get you more info on what's available. There's more than you would expect. Trying to give them a reason to engage with me. Can I speak to an agent, or can I speak to an LO or whatever? Can I speak to someone? I'm better on the phone than text. Can I speak to an agent? You'd be surprised how many people just want to talk. No, it'd be easier. Just call me. Absolutely. My cell phone is, or I can call you if you prefer. Whatever you want to say. But the one that's going to get the most clicks, can I get more information on what's available? Of course. There's not a lot, or excuse me, there's a lot, but it's not all created equal. Tell me what area you're looking in and any other specifics on your wish list, and I will get that info over to you. Trying to give them, and by the way, you'll notice this one has no links to the listings. When I was talking about you have to choose between more leads or better leads, if they don't have any links, they're forced to, all 3 options are to engage with you. Because once a conversation is started, it tends to continue. Conversations lead to connections, connections lead to conversions. If I don't give them the information, I'm going to get fewer leads, because they're going to look in here and go, oh, no, I just wanted to see how much that house was. So a lot of them will bail. But the ones who don't bail, the ones who engage with me, I'm going to have an open dialogue with them.